They had a great win. It's a tough team. They played us really tough last year. Obviously played us tough. They had a great plan against us. Well-coached football team that we played today. And, pretty pleased with how our guys battled, faced some adversity. We were a little flat in the first half. And I thought our preparation was great all week. I thought our energy coming into the game was great. We kind of were flat, and everybody kind of looking around for somebody else to make the players, looking for that spark in the first half. And the second half, it wasn't that case at all. Everybody came out. Everybody was making the plays. And, really pleased with the way our guys stepped it up in the second half to go play.
Talk about Tyler making the change. When did you decide to make the change?
We went in at halftime. And you look at the numbers. Chris was 6 for 10, 46 yards, 5 carries, 23 yards. Chris had it wasn't a Chris was playing poorly. It was I felt we needed a spark, and and I was just looking at it. There's not many different. I guess that was the best thing I could do to create a spark. Tyler came in and played exceptionally well. Came in, was on fire, and took the reins and went with it. Had a lot of energy and created the spark for the team.
Does this firm grasp on the reins for next week to be the starter?
Honestly, I'm going to enjoy this win tonight. We'll worry about that starting tomorrow and see what type of week practice. Chris won a lot of football games for us. And didn't come out, and we didn't turn the ball over. He managed. I don't know. We'll decide that in practice.
He's trying to split snaps more evenly in practice.
No, if we split we get everybody a lot of reps in practice just because we're ready for those situations. So, we'll see. I want to see. Just want to see how everybody responds to it tomorrow.
What do you think the offense was so much smoother in the second half with Russell and Carmen in there?
I think it just, especially, Tyler, when you go 11 of 13, 166 and 3 touchdowns, when your quarterback's hot, you're going to be pretty smooth on offense moving up and down the field. And Tyler was hot, stood there, took some shots, made some, with pressure coming after him, made some tough throws. I was pretty happy with that, but it was, you can see, the one, I'll tell you what, a great thing I saw at halftime is we called the quarterbacks in and said, hey, we're going with Tyler in the second half. And in front of the team, before we take the field, Chris Ralph was leading the team in front of the team, cheering them, getting them excited, getting them fired up for the second half. So, that's not I don't see a lot of issues with us at that position. We just got to make sure we're executing, and we get someone that's hot, we can go with them.
Dan, you said you wanted to get Vic the ball early this week, and clearly you did that, and it worked out well for you.
Yeah, Vic's, Vic's a power guy and likes to pound it. It was good that, like we see. I know in that early game we go play Auburn, he just had too many carries, I thought, and at the end. So we did have some balance, and see our tailbacks overall run the ball well. But Vic at the key times in the game, we told him you're going to be the guy in there, you're going to carry the load, and he kind of pounded the ball away in that second half.
Talk about having to have a lead in the fourth quarter to get some younger skill guys in there.
Didn't seem like we were very long. Malcolm's been rotating, so Malcolm was playing most of the game. It was good to see, Nick Griffin got a couple carries, which it was something that I could get on Greg Knox. I wanted him to get a carry in the first half no matter what. I don't think he didn't get him to the end. But that's his first live contact and looked pretty good out there. So, just to get his confidence going a little bit and increase our depth at the tailback position.
What was the decision there to hold Carmen out for most of the first half?
Well, he didn't think he could go this week. His knee was bothering him, his knee was sore, and so he didn't practice much, didn't practice very well when he was in there. But again, we weren't great up front on the offensive line, so we said, "Can you go?" And he said, "Yeah." And we went.
You like what you saw there? He was protecting Tyler's blind side quite well throughout the game and opened up some running.
Yeah, we'll watch it on film. We'll watch it on film and see if he's hopefully gets himself healthy and ready to play.
After taking the lead and they drive the ball, Brandon comes through and not just stops you, strips the ball and recovers a fumble.
Yeah, that was a huge place. Creating turnovers. You look at you got to follow what's your plan to win. Our plan, we played great defense. We held them. We gave up probably too many yards than I want to give up, but didn't give up any points, 3 points. That's playing great defense. Win the turnover battle. We're a 2-0 turnover battle. That's a good recipe for success. Special teams. I don't know if it was dominant one way or the other, and then scoring the red zone. We missed our first opportunity down there, but we held them out when they got down there as well, so that kind of pushed itself.
You happy with Tyler in the option game? It seemed like you weren't shy about using him in that either. He had a couple nice ones.
No, we didn't. You know, like I said, we didn't change a lot of what we were calling. You know, I think we just got the spark and we just executed it much cleaner in the second half. And you know, Tyler knows that when he goes in the game, we're going to run our offense, and he ran it. You know, and I imagine, you know, in the option game, some people are making him run it more than Chris maybe, but he'll make good decisions. And you know, I mean, playing option football is a lot about decision making as much as it is about athleticism.
You feel like you've got a good mix now on the offensive line of these last 3 weeks, and what you saw in the second half?
I don't know yet. You know, the great thing is you can go home with a smile on your face. We still got a lot of things we got to clean up. That we got to get better offense, defense, and kicking game. And we got to get coached better. We got to execute cleaner. The great thing is you get to do it with you get to at least do it with a smile on your face this week after we win. You know, our problems haven't disappeared. They're all still there. We just won a game.
Getting that touchdown, you kind of noticed, at least from the press box, it's probably a lot different on the field. The guys seemed a lot more confident. We're going after the ball a little bit more. Do you think that was just they had to break through that dam a little bit?
I think so. You know, that's what it was. Like I said, everybody was looking for someone else to be the guy to make the play in the first half. You know, and offensively and defensively, you know, I mean, I give her credit. Defense now in the last, was it 6 quarters, we've given up 6 points and scored 7. So, you know, that's pretty good defense. We can keep that. We give up a point a quarter. I'm going to feel pretty good about our chances the rest of the way. So, you know, I mean, we got to play that great defense. So they kind of held us in there. But I think once that opening drive, we started back to the wall in the second half. We moved it a little bit, pinned them. We went out, drove again, and once we scored, I think our guys felt that, you know, that you could feel there was a little bit swing in confidence that, hey, and if you looked after that first score, everybody made a play. We didn't drop any more. We didn't drop another pass after that. You know, we didn't miss a lot of blocks. We finished run strong. You know, I think that was a big deal for us.
Any other questions?
Linebackers, just their play the last couple of weeks and again today, you know, forcing a fumble and doing some things.
Oh, that was a big one. You know, Brandon Wilson, 9 tackles. Fletcher Cox, huge day. You know, I think you felt his presence out there, which is hard to do sometimes as a defensive tackle. He had 7 tackles. You know, that's a big game for a defensive tackle, and you know, we need him to play at that level as we move forward.
Do you think your guys are ready for all the talk's going to happen this week with the quarterback position? Because there's going to be a lot of questions about what you're going to do there.
Yeah, we'll direct them at me. Here we go. I'll make the rule right now. Quarterbacks aren't available this week. I'm available. You can talk to me.
Thanks.
Gotta limit the talk.
Oh,